book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verses 4 and 5. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle, Khan. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings to the Lord's hopeful elect, who in season, out of season, continuously push this gospel, this doctrine, to wherever they have been scattered in these last days. To you, Akim, I say shalom, a mighty shalom, Akim. Keep pushing. We're getting close. Prepare war. Prepare war. Iran, Russia, China, scheduling to hold joint military exercises. Iran, Russia, and China scheduling to have yet another joint military exercise, or exercises, plural. Okay? And as I just read, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, through breaking news, okay, he said we're going to hold off for now. We're going to hold off on the war games. They're going to hold off and put it on hold. All right? Because as you've seen in the news, if you've been watching, all right, the United States and Iran are scheduling, quote unquote, to have nuclear talks. But in the wake of all that, you know, that's wars and rumors of wars. You know, the rumors of wars go into things you hear in the news. That's why we're able to make these epistles, you know, and say the things that we say on the highways and hedges. In the wake of that, according to reports, the United States has taken down an Iranian drone. All right? Or shot down, the United States drone shot down some Iranian aircraft. Allegedly. You can go look it up for yourself. All right? So it's on. All right? These are the beginning of wars. All right? It's only going to intensify. Matter of fact, it's a coalition that's been going on. Okay? It's a coalition that's been going on with Iran, with Russia, with China. They're allies. It's a blatant slap in the face to America to let them know we stand together. Joel chapter 3 in verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, Khan. Let them come up. And another weak nation also is North Korea. I'm surprised, you know, that they're not involved in these joint military exercises. As North Korea has publicly stated, Salaki, that if the United States do attack Iran, we will get involved. Cut and dry. They will get involved. China is going to get involved. Definitely Russia. Like I said, it's pick a side. Not sides are being picked. Well, who the hell is over here with the United States? Nobody. As it say, I can pull it in Jeremiah the 50th chapter. It speaks about the mother who founded you shall be ashamed of you. Basically, they're gonna turn their back on America. Something's gonna happen. you know, just me speaking as a man, something's going to happen through diplomacy, something, you know, diplomatic, you know, diplomatic sanctions or whatever, you know, through these tariffs and, you know, so on and so forth, through all these policies that's going on, politics, something's going to happen within that aspect is going to allow Great Britain to turn on America. America's going to be left all alone. The United States is going to get sucked into this war, man. It's going to take place with Israel and Iran. Even the Ayatollah of Iran had publicly stated the last couple of days, any attack on Iran is gonna spread a wide regional war where everybody's gonna get involved. And with the coalition pack of Iran, Russia, and China, a lot of nations don't. America, you in trouble. You are in trouble. Iran is a powerhouse. Russia's a powerhouse. China's a powerhouse. Come on. All right, let's go. Joel 3 and 9 says, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles to prepare war. You see nations like North Korea, you know, flexing their military power on these streets. You know, you've been so weak for so long, but you have a nation like Russia, as it says, let me get that. In Ezekiel chapter 38, Ezekiel 38 in verse, where that said? Yep, in verse 7. It's like it. Verse 4, Ezekiel 38 and 4. I'm going to read down. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. That's the Lord bringing Russia back to that Cold War spirit. Mikhail Gorbachev, the USSR. Okay? And I will bring, and that's the video I'm going to do too, them hooks, baby. It's all about them hooks. And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. Ooh, we know what that means? All type of missiles, military aircraft, warships in the sea. Russia has a warship that can call, Russia has ships or missiles that can be let loose in the sea to cause radioactive tsunamis. Go look it up. In the event of war that will be fought in the sea, you're going to have war on the land as well. What's going to happen? You're going to have Russia shoot off nuclear submarine missiles that will cause radioactive tsunamis. It's in the Bible. Let's go. 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep. What is that? That's a tsunami, man. You watch the movie Deep Impact with Morgan Freeman. Now, they were talking about a damn asteroid hitting the waters and causing, you know, 1,000-foot tidal waves. Nah, these are going to be from the Lord's missiles, man. All right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what I said. The Lord's missiles. As I opened the interlude of the precept was Isaiah 13, verse 4 and 5. It's the weapons of his indignation. Even the Lord. That's right. According to Isaiah 54 and 16 goes into that. The Lord created the smith, Robert J. Oppenheimer, to create a weapon for his indignations. He used Robert Oppenheimer to create a weapon for his indignation. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that is. And the waves of it are troubled. That's why the prophet Habakkuk asked, was the Lord displeased with the rivers? It's right here. Esdras is asking the same thing. And the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord. Because the Lord's Spirit is going to be inside of these missiles, whether it be nuclear submarine or actually on the land. Okay? And before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. The Lord want to just obliterate Babylon the Great, man. All right? Let me hold that Ezekiel real quick. Let me get into the article. Not going to be too long. I'm going to get straight to the point and make it quick. From the PalestinianChronicle.com. PalestinianChronicle.com. Iran, Russia, China hold joint military drills near Strait of Hormuz. Go look up and see what the Strait of Hormuz. Matter of fact, let me get it for you. All right. This time I'm gonna do it. All right. It's already, it already popped up. All I do is type in Strait. The Strait of Hormuz, Persia, also known as modern day Iran. All right. It's not saying it here, but I'm telling you what it is. Persia changed its name to Iran on March 21st, 1935. Go look that up. Is a strait between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. It provides the only sea passage from the Persian Gulf to the open ocean and is one of the world's most strategically important choke points. It has been so for centuries, with vast hinterlands rich in luxury trade good, but not easy access to lucrative trade ports. Jump down a little bit. And you can go look it up for yourself. All right. See it on there. All right. See that map? What Iran. All right. And yes, according to that guy who was on the show with Alex Jones, it's over 90-something million people that live in this land of Iran, man. All right. I was even, startled at that. Okay. Yeah. During 2023 to 2025, 20% of the world's liquefied natural gas and 25% of seaborne oil trade passes through the strait annually. Now you see why America wants to get this. This a lot right here, man. As of June 2025, the strait has never been closed during Middle East conflicts. Unlike the Straits of Tiran, though Iran threatens to close the strait and preparations to mine it have been undertaken. Iran has repeatedly threatened to close. And if that does, it's going to have global ramifications for the world economy as a whole. The word ramification means consequences. All right. But let me get back into that article, man. All right. It says Iran, Russia, and China conducted joint military drills near the Strait of Hormuz as U.S. threats against Iran intensify. That means what? Intensify meaning the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is mustering the host of the battle. When you intensify something, you're wrapping it up. You're doing things within this nation to get other nations upset because the United States has told Iran you will not be able to acquire a nuclear bomb. Even this guy who was the former vice president, let me get him real quick. I keep forgetting that Edomite's name, man. He was the former vice president when Trump was in office a few years ago through his previous term. All right, let me get his damn name. All right. Mike Pence, that's his name. Mike Pence. Mike Pence says, this is from the Attitude Post. The Attitude Post. It says, no time for negotiations. This is what Mike Pence is directly pleading to Donald Trump. No time for preparations, for negotiations. Basically, no time to come to the nuclear table and talk about these things. It hasn't been working. Mike Pence warns Iran and urges Donald Trump to make it clear that the United States is prepared to strike a blow with the most powerful military in the world. Who can make war with the beast? All right? Ezekiel 38 in verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. When you put a hook into someone's jaw, you're defenseless. All right? That's like, for Jakes who fish, I fished, a few times. That line, that hook, hits that jaw is over with. You're reeling it in. That's what the Lord is doing to Russia. And you see why Russia's pouncing all across the world right now. The bear, as it is written in Revelations. Russia's the bear in prophecy. So it's a new bully in town. And it's coming from Moscow. Now you got former presidents being involved with Russia. Dmitry Medvedev, who's backing anything that Vladimir Putin is doing. Publicly stated that we have the artillery to destroy America as a whole. Publicly stated this, Dmitry Medvedev, on Russia TV. All right? And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Russia got hypersonic missiles. The Satan 1, the Satan 1, the Satan 2, the Sarmat, the Iron God, the Arsenic missile, which they've been publicly displaying as of lately. And what I've seen, according to video, they shot them in Ukraine. The Arsenic missile, which holds each warhead holds, each missile holds 6 warheads. The Arsenic missile, if I'm saying it correctly. All right. Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them, with shield and helmet. Russia has been giving nuclear weapons to Iran, of course. Even Iran has publicly given gifts, and they use that word in quotation mark, gifts, back to Russia, which is nuclear weapons also. Even during the pandemic, Russia got caught by the UN watchdog of smuggling nuclear weapons to Libya. I did a video on it. That was like in 2020 and 2021. All right? Back in the article, it says, Iran has concluded wide-ranging joint military exercises with Russia and China in waters stretching from the Strait of Hormuz to the northern Indian Ocean as regional tensions escalate amid explicit U.S. threats of military action against Tehran. So you know how Trump sent that armada, that big warship, that fleet ship? Hell, it should be there by now. If not, it's close. In the wake of Iran refusing to come to the table for nuclear talks, and if they don't, Trump has said they will feel a blow unlike they have never felt before. And Iran has made threats too. That look, we missed the assassination attempt the first time. The next time we won't miss. Talking to you, Donald Trump, we won't miss you next time. And if you strike us, all those U.S. military bases in the region, they're going to come under fire. Joint drills across strategic waterways. It says Iranian state and regional media reported that the exercises named Zulfiqar 1400 involved naval, aerial, and ground forces operating across the Strait of Hormuz, the Sea of Oman, and parts of the northern Indian Ocean. According to the source cited by Al Jazeera, or you can go look at, hey, if you don't have the app, Al Jazeera, go get it off the YouTube platform, Al Jazeera, all right? Authentic information, all right? Yeah, 100%. Iran's Navy will continue maneuvers in the Sea of Oman and the Indian Ocean in the coming days. The book of Jeremiah, they're going to continue naval drills, all right? Don't give a damn what Trump want to talk about. All right. According to reports, they shot down some of Iran's military aircraft or armor via a drone. Jeremiah 50 and verse 22, it says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. This is going to be the greatest destruction in World War III that mankind has ever known. Period. For the first time in world history, basically, damn, every nation upon earth has nuclear capabilities right now. I'm just telling you, that's it. All nations in the European Union definitely have them. Nations that you don't even think, like Denmark and Netherlands, they have nuclear weapons right now, man. And then you're finna have the fulfillment, the build up to the book of Revelations, chapter 17 and verse 16, man. The 10 horns in the European Union is going to nuke America. Get a precept and close it out. The book of Revelations. So I could have went to the Apocrypha with the Carmanians, and I might double back with it because Iran is, once is pumping in the news, man. They are a major part of Bible prophecy. Iran, Russia, and China. All right. The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 21, it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall never be found no more at all. Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessing to the Lord's hopeful elect who continuously push this doctrine to wherever they have been scattered in these last days. Remember, the Bible says, and this gospel shall be preached to the ends of the earth, then the end shall come. What we teach over here at Great Millstone has spread worldwide. Even Donald Trump has called us the prophets of doom. There are guys who speak about World War III happening in the Middle East. Yeah, we are those men. Abba Ball, Kwame Asharala, Shalom, Makiyam, Shalom.